Hey everybody, this is Heather from Templebound Paradox, and today I'm coming at you with one of my favorite videos to watch in BookTube, and it's about ugly and cringeworthy book covers. This is going to be my list of top 10 cringeworthy and ugly book covers from my LDS book collection. Number 10 is this copy of Carthage Conspiracy by Dallin H. Oakes and Marvin S. Hill. And this one, I'm sure, is pretty old. It's got that weird 70s vibe going on with it, where, like, this is orange, and then, like, this stuff is, like, an ugly, like, reddy brown color. Like, the house and the people and all of the stuff in this scene on this book is, like, the same exact color of, like, my grandmother had an apartment and she had like carpet this color that was legit from the 70s, and so I can't see this and not think of that god-awful carpet. So yeah, example of what not to do. Brown and orange. Brown and orange. Never. Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
The Road to Carthage, The Conspiracy and Betrayal by Ted Gibbons. So the synopsis of this book is talking about historical insight in studying old Nauvoo and what was going on, like, immediately leading up to the martyrdom of Joseph Smith. Interesting stuff. I'd love to read about that stuff. That's why I bought 2 different books that treat on that subject, okay? But then, like, imagine that story with, like, a really crazy thumbnail from Facebook, from, like, a conspiracy theory website, and, like, I feel like that's what this would be. Like, it's got that weird, like, conspiracy theory font. Like, I feel like that's what you should call this font. It doesn't have any other name other than conspiracy theory. And, like, it's got conspiracy right here. So, like, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. So I'm sure this is great content. And then, like, the other thing is, like, who is this random dude on the back? I don't know who this is. Who is this supposed to be? Like, why? Why? The back synopsis of this book completely does not match what is going on here on this cover. Number 8. The Great Apostasy by James E. Talmage. This is kind of representative of a bunch of different books on my shelf, and so I don't mean to single this one out individually. This one's just going to represent all of the different qualities of a period of time in LDS book covers. This is guilty of all 3 of them together, so that's why I chose this one. But when you're talking about, I've never ever in my life seen a black book cover that I thought was attractive. I really just don't care for black covers. It just makes the book look dated. It makes it seem like, I don't know, probably the same reaction that people have when they see the missionaries walking around and they're wearing, like, the dark suit pants, and they look like you're from, like, the government, or someone who's, like, from a fundamentalist sect. Like, some people just can't not see that. I can't see a black book cover and not think of that. Like, that's just my opinion. And then you've got not only, like, the tacky gradient. This is like a yellow going down to like a fuchsia. So you've got, like, this weird Hawaii sunset going on with a really dated font. It's just the horrible typography, the weird textual gradient you've got going on, like the clash of colors that was so typical of the 60s and 70s on a black cover. This is just the epitome of all typographical evil for me, so that's why this is on here. Number 7 is, and I can imagine some people are going to disagree with me on this, but hear me out on this one. It's this one, Abraham in Egypt by Hugh Nibley. And I really just want to, like, let you enjoy, like, the fantasticness that is this cover. He's talking about Abraham in Egypt, and specifically getting into details about, like, the hypocephalus and a lot of stuff going on with, like, the facsimiles, also known as, like, the Mormon little kid coloring book. But, like, this font, if you can even call it a font, like, I can imagine, like, a 2nd grader sitting down with some watercolors and, like, making these letters and somehow even doing a better job than they did. Like, these letters are terrible. This is an orange, and just icky combination of going for like a watercolor theme. Like this is just not attractive, and like it doesn't even like try to redeem itself on the back. It doesn't fit. The thing, it doesn't fit. So like, I know it's kind of boring to just to take this and stick it in the middle, but I feel like this is just goofy looking, because then look at what it does to the spine. It's like, oh, Abraham in Egypt in this same, like, ridiculously tacky font. And then, oh, yeah, I wonder what this is about. Weird. So, yeah, this... gross. Number 6. Number 6 is Understanding Patriarchal Blessings by R. Clayton Bruff and Thomas W. Grassley. Okay, so I have an entire series of books on patriarchal blessings, and I don't know why, but they are just kind of like a particular magnet for less than stellar covers. But like, the reason I wanted to point out this one is because okay, so anyone who works with kids or anyone who has to do anything like that where they're in a highly public venue and they're going to be around little kids or like people that are younger than them, they learn important things about context and body language, and it's important. And I'm sorry, but like, just this entire thing where like you've got like this old man and you can't see him all the way, and he's got his hands on this person's head, like this screams kind of no. Like, this looks really creepy. This takes one of like the most significant experiences that you have as like a Latter-day Saint. It makes it look like a creep fest. It's weird. Okay, this is weird. This photo is weird, and it makes this cover weird, and it really didn't need any help looking weird, because it's got like that weird, like, it's got this like tacky glow around it. I'm not crazy about the font. And then it's got like this weird background of like trees and stuff. So I don't know if they're like going for, you know, your patriarchal blessing is like your own personal first vision thing. You know, look, here's God and he's going to put his hands on your head. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, guys. Please don't. Just don't. Just don't. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure to come back so you can check out the next 5 cringeworthy book covers from my bookshelf. And if you have any of your own that you want to share, be sure to leave them down in comments. Leave links and link to us and subscribe and like and all that other fun good stuff. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we hope to see you again. Bye!